Minnesota Vikings taking on the Green Bay Packers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Now a 3-time 1,000-yard rusher, Joe Mixon. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. This defense for the Vikings, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Attack!
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But in this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked. The Packers at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. Now, they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Mahomes going to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
1 1st down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10.
At their own 18-yard line.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And not a whole lot to speak of there as So bring him down shy of the 20. MOTLw8 made the tackle there from his safety position.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away. Here's Hardy set to return. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
At their own 43-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. Vikings turn up the heat, and they block it. And they will wind up with the football and the possession. An early special teams wake-up call there, their first drive, and they have the punt block.
And obviously they were giving the ball up, but that's not the way it's supposed to conclude. That ball's supposed to be downfield, better field position for your defense to work off of. Instead, you've given up a momentum play, and now you've got the other side excited.
Hold on. Set. 11-11.
He'll get that out wide to Duvernay. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be. Right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
They'll come to the line here, needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing, Jones. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. And the Packers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Talanoa Hufanga, a first-time All-Pro last year, up to make the tackle. We're scoreless after one. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Down the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Jones. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, Vikings. Christian McCaffrey with career touchdown number 70. And the Vikings post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Here's a 2nd and 5. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The offense on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll try and run with Mixon. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth.
Took a heck of a chance there, didn't he? Result-based business, we know that. That result was positive for him. But, oh, my goodness, how close was that to being negative?
Well, because you're essentially in the shot. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. It was Leo Chanel who got in to drop him. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Man open is Robinson. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. This will be play number 7 on the drive, 3rd and a yard.
43!
Inside handoff to Mixon. And this will be a Packers first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. The pickup there, 5 yards. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to Mixon on first down. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Mahomes firing complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. Mixing up the middle. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Easy. Yellow. 15.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. His throw incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were heading for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
15.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Yellow. 57 color. Here we go, finish the game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 29, Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Jones, a final shot before break. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here we go. 11.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
11.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
2 yards still to go. Third down now. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
Again, he'll drop to throw. They'll roll him out right. He completes it to Olave. Touchdown! Chris Olave, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted. which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw, it's Mahomes. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Come back.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Leo Chanel getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's J.K. Scott now. Remember, though, he did have the Vikings turn up the heat, and they block it.
Well, if you were ever wondering, should I believe my special teams coach about, these plays are valuable? Think no more. Huge play, big block, and now they've set up their offense inside the 10-yard line. A chance to score.
So a great special teams play. They block the punt, and excellent field position, 1st and goal. Off play action. Jones sliding out of the pocket. And that's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Johnson, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Touch. Here we go. 11.
Back to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
He's had success running the football. This is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. Now they will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Mac Jones, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Vikings take the block punt and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0.
McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On second down, here's Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Vikings are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Touchdown, Vikings. Mark Andrews from 19 yards away. And the Vikings have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo, and they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but all the time they spent in the trenches, laying down blocks, doing the little things to help that offense succeed. And for doing all of that, they definitely want one of their tight ends to get a touchdown to really seal this blowout.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Deontay Hardy on the return. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 19-yard line.
Attack, attack! Hey, Sunday, on Sunday.
Mahomes now to throw. Throw caught by Raymond. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
That's good.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 64 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Again, it's Mixon. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A handoff to Mixon. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Hey, 15, 57.
Mahomes to throw on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. In motion goes Raymond.
Yellow. Hero 15.
Now here's Mahomes. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Vikings will take over here at their own 12-yard line. But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get them about 5 yards.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here we go.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
The Vikings on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
21.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's a gain of 10. And the Vikings.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. It's Mixon on the counter, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. One of the best of the last decade or so, Bobby Wagner in to bring him down.
At the 28-yard line.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg, under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Bobby Wagner drops him again for the second straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard.
Rush comes, and they block it. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this one is going pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Now Jones. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Take it to the house. Fire down these two. Fire down these two.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
He's going to let it fly. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
He lets it go deep for Olave. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, you realize that both sides of the ball were so dominant.